effort to disguise the exhaustion in her bloodshot brown eyes. The waitress appears to be at the tail end of a busy shift and looks like she'd rather be just about anywhere than here dealing with this. She wipes her hands on her blue jeans. "Is there a problem?" she asks in a raspy voice. "Yes!" The old woman picks up her overstuffed pink purse and clutches it to her chest. "This young woman just attacked me and tried to steal my purse." Steal her purse? She can't be serious. I think she broke my rib. The woman moans as she clutches her side. "I need you to call the police." The police? Oh God, this can't be happening. She was choking, I say weakly. The old woman glares at me. "Tell the police I want to press charges," she hisses. "I'm going to make sure you go to jail for a long time." Now I feel like I'm choking. She's not really going to press charges after I just saved her life, is she? And I can't afford to pay for a lawyer. My bank account is mostly cobwebs at this point. Someone clears their throat behind me. I jerk my head around, and it's the man in the business suit who had been sitting at the other end of the diner. He's gotten up from his seat and is standing behind me. "Excuse me," he says. "I saw the whole thing." The old woman's eyes light up. "I have a witness then. You saw this horrible girl attack me." "You were choking," I cry for what feels like the 100th time. She clutches her chest and groans. "I think I have a punctured lung. We should probably call an ambulance." I let out an involuntary gasp. "An ambulance?" "You're my witness," the old woman says to the man. "You saw how she attacked me, didn't you?" He glances at me with a raised eyebrow, and I just shake my head. "No, I saw how she saved your life," he says. "You were choking. You would have died." Her eyes widen. "You're making that up." "No, I'm not." His voice is flat, leaving no room for argument. "She saved your life. You would be dead if not for her. You should thank her." The old woman looks between the two of us, the wrinkles in her face darkening. "Oh, I get it. The two of you are in cahoots." The man turns to the waitress. "There was no attack. You don't need to call the police." It suddenly occurs to me the man is quite nice-looking, and not just because he's standing up for me. He has a thick head of chestnut hair, vivid green eyes, and also he fills out that suit pretty nicely. I don't usually notice things like that, but it's hard not to notice. "I was attacked," the old woman says, although there's less conviction in her words this time. The waitress looks like she's barely stifling a yawn. She clearly wants this ordeal to be over with so she can get off her feet. "Do you want me to call an ambulance, or—" "Don't bother," the old woman snaps. In spite of her alleged punctured lung, she stomps out of the diner with her giant pink purse, nearly getting floored by a taxicab as she rushes across the street. As far as I can see, she hasn't bothered to pay her check. The waitress sighs and picks up her half-empty plate from the table, as well as the piece of sausage that nearly killed her. "Hey," the man says to the waitress, "what did that woman owe you?" The waitress glances down at the plate in her hand. About $7 with tax." The man hands her a 20. "Keep the change." The waitress smiles for the first time since I walked in here 20 minutes earlier. She pockets the money, then glances up at me. Her eyes drop to my shirt. "Bathroom is in the back, honey." "Bathroom?" As the waitress disappears into the kitchen, I look down at my clothing. This morning I had put on a clean, freshly ironed pink button-down top and a gray pencil skirt because I've got my first job interview since I was laid off 2 weeks ago. It's nothing great, just bartending, but I need it. Bad. But when that woman threw her coffee at me, she got me square in the chest. There's a dark brown stain soaking.